Hey guys, tips and tricks are extremely popular on this channel. We hear you. That's why today we're gonna learn 10 awesome tricks that will blow your mind. By the way, if you want to get access to our project files, check out our Patreon. Link below. Let's open up After Effects. First, let's start with something every professional motion designer needs: the proportional grid. You can find this handy tool at the bottom of your composition window, hidden under the crosshair looking icon. This grid helps you align elements perfectly without guessing. You could use the action save guide, but the proportional grid gives you way more reference lines for better balanced layouts. If you want to take it a step further, enable the grid option for even more precision. Now, another tool for nailing perfect layouts: guides. We all know hitting Ctrl or Command+R brings up the rulers. Just drag out some guidelines and boom, instant alignment helpers. But here's the pro tip. Head over to the View menu and enable Snap to Guides. Now your layers will snap to those magical blue lines. You can also enable Snap to Grid from the previous tip and make your workflow even more precise. No more misaligned elements. Alright, who's ready for some math? I'm not, so that's why I'm gonna let After Effects do the calculations for me. Let's say I want to move a shape exactly 982 pixels to the right. Instead of manually figuring that out, I just type plus 982 in the position property, and After Effects handles it for me. You can also use the asterisk, the minus, and slash to multiply, subtract, and divide values. And it works on every property. Now, we all know how handy matte tracks can be. They're great, but what if you need multiple holes in one layer? You can only use one track matte per layer. Here's the hack. Instead of a track matte, use the silhouette alpha bending mode. This turns any shape into a cutout for all the layers below it. Multiple holes, no extra steps, problem solved. Now, here's something I discovered by accident: maximizing panels. Sometimes you just need a full screen timeline or a bigger composition window. Instead of dragging things around, hover over any panel and press the tilt key, that wavy button in the top left corner of your keyboard. Boom, full screen panels. Press it again and you're back to normal. Try it, it's a game changer. And now it's time for a bonus trick. I'm gonna show you how I became a better YouTuber and video editor. Well, I did that by using Skillshare. Oh, at Skillshare, thank you so much for sponsoring. For example, in the past, I seriously leveled up my YouTube skills by learning some amazing tricks from Marcus Brownlee's class on Skillshare. Skillshare is the largest online learning community for creatives, with thousands of classes led by industry experts across the film, illustration, design, freelance, productivity, and more. Skillshare helps take your career, skills, hobbies, passions, or side hustles to the next level. Now, they have tons of editing and motion design classes you can explore. These classes will absolutely level up your projects and skills. Like, you can learn more about Premiere Pro. If you want to step up your process to creating more compelling videos, you can even learn some awesome tips and tricks about how to grow your YouTube channel from Jordi. You might remember him from Cinecom. As I mentioned before, a very helpful class that helped my YouTube career is Script, Shoot, and Edit with MKBHD from Marcus Brownlee. This class has leveled up my work a lot. First, you will learn everything about writing scripts, and once you understand them, you will learn the juicy stuff like editing and growing your channel. Definitely worth checking out. Now, besides animating classes, you can learn other skills, for example, to improve your time management. Jules Acree has a class about Google Calendar for creators. This is extremely useful for us and for the planning for our tutorials. I mean, everybody has a social life, but we also need to meet some deadlines. So, time management is super important in our trade. Now, get started to become a better version of yourself. So go browse through those endless classes on Skillshare, and I promise you will find a lot that will level you up. Oh, and the first 500 people to use my link in the description below to join Skillshare will receive a 1-month free trial. Get started today. I mean, you can learn a lot in a month, and it's for free, so click the link down below. Alright, back to the tips. Ever lost an asset inside a huge project? Instead of manually searching through 100 layers, just right-click on the layer in the timeline, go to Reveal, and choose Reveal Layer Source in Project. Found it. But wait, it works the other way around as well. Right-click on an asset in the project panel, choose Reveal in Composition, and it highlights the layer for you. And if you need to find an actual file on your computer, you can use Reveal in Explorer or Finder on a Mac. No more missing files. Okay, the next one is for for everyone who has ever been frustrated with shape layers. You know how when you create a shape, the anchor point is in the center of the composition instead of the shape itself. Super annoying, but there's a fix. Go to Edit, Preferences, General, and enable Center Anchor Points in new shape layers. Now every new shape has the anchor point exactly where it should be. And while we're at the topic of shape layers, have you ever tried to mask a shape and instead After Effects just creates another shape? Turns out all you have to do is enable Tool Creates Mask in the toolbar. Now you can finally mask shapes without losing your mind. Oh, and speaking of the toolbar, here's another trick. Instead of manually clicking through the different tools, hold Alt or Option on a Mac and click on a tool to cycle through its variations. It works with the Pen tool, Shape tool, and Selection tool. Finally, let's talk about cleaning up your project. If your After Effects project is a mess, go to File and then Dependencies. Here you'll find 3 super useful options. Removes all unused files, which does exactly as it says. Reduce project keeps only the selected compositions and everything in them and deletes everything else. Great for saving space. And Collect Files gathers all your assets into a single folder, along with a copy of your project file. Perfect for archiving and sending your projects to a friend. And boom, you're now 10 tricks wiser. But if you want to know more knowledge, click the video right here on my left. Thank you guys so much for watching.